2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Liam Davis! Fuck jazz. I used to love music. Used to love music. Then I started growing up. But I think the point when I stopped liking music was when I started listening to Busted. Does anybody remember Busted?
Yes.
I'm glad for that. The song that did it for me, I think, was the year 3000. You remember the year 3000? Yes, you remember the year 3000. For those of you that don't know it, the story is all about a kid who comes home from school one lunchtime and there's a guy from science class in his back garden who's built a time machine. Now, I didn't listen much in science class, but it appears that Charlie from Busted did, because he instantly recognises it's a flux capacitor, it's a time machine, right, where we were going. Peter says, I've been to the year 3000. Not much has changed, but we do live underwater. It's a fairly substantial change. Triple-breasted women walk around town totally naked. So social norms, they've gone as well. I don't even know what I do with 3 boobs. Well, I definitely do. And your great-great-great-great-granddaughter is pretty fine. I've done my maths, Peter, from science class. If I have a daughter at 25 and she has one at 25 and so on, my great-great-great-great-granddaughter will be 857. What the fuck is wrong with you? Has anyone used to watch Friends? Yeah. So no one told you life was gonna be this way. Rubbish. We are all gonna do the clap. The clap, that's something totally different. The Friends clap. We're all gonna do it. Are we all ready? Yeah. So no one told you life was gonna be this way. Job's a joke, you're broke, your love life's DOA. No, there is no clap there. We're going to do this until we get it right. No, we're not really. There is a punchline in there, but it's not as good as that, so I'm just going to move on. So, TV, I hate TV as well, mainly adverts. So the one that's really winding me up at the moment is the deodorant one. When I was little, it was all-day protection while you're at work. Then it was 24-hour deodorant protection. I saw one the other day for 72-hour protection. Who needs 72-hour protection? That's 3 days, just have a wash! I might seem like I'm in a bit of a bad mood, but I think I've actually got right to. Before I came up to Fringe, I had something quite precious stolen from me. I had my bank account details stolen from me. But I had them stolen from me while I was at a kids' hospice. As part of my day-to-day life, I do fundraising. So I was at this hospice, I handed over the cheque, that was all fine. I met the kids, they were fine. They weren't, but it was terrible. And I got home, my card had stopped working, so I called the bank and said, why is my account not working? They said, Mr. Davis, I believe there's been some fraudulent activity on your card. I said, right. They said, do you mind answering some security questions for us? I said, I don't, I'm that kind of guy. They said, right. Do you use iTunes? I said, no. They said, well, somebody does! I said, right. When did you realise it was fraudulent? They said, when they made the 31st transaction. I said, right. So somebody sat there going, 28, it's fine. 29, it's fine. 30, it's fine. 31, oh my god, close the account down, call the police, we've got some fraudulent activity. Thanks a lot, NatWest. They called me up the other day as well, a couple of days ago, and they said, hello there, Mr. Davis. I like it when they call me Mr. Davis. Turns me on. Say it again. Hello there, Mr. Davis. Oh, that's much better, I can hear you now. Said, it's Barbara from NatWest. I'm just calling out of courtesy. Just checking to see how you're getting on without having any cash. Now, without access to cash. I said, I'm fine for cash, Barbara. I've got some in my flat. She said, oh, Mr. Davis, you shouldn't keep cash in your flat. It might not be safe. I said, well, it's a lot fucking safer than my bank account. I called my mum. I said, Mum, I've been bank frauded. She said, oh, it'd be all that porno you've been on. A shining example. I'm definitely the second favourite son. I've got an older brother and no younger brother, and I'm definitely the second favourite. When my brother was dropped off at university, she cried all the way home from South Wales. I got dropped off at university. She didn't even get out of the car. Every time I go home, it's like she's complaining at me. She was like, oh, you know, I was on the sofa the other day, eating a banana, minding my own business. She ran in, she was like, Liam, do you realise that money doesn't grow on trees? I was like, yes, but bananas do. Well, the other part of my job, I do fundraising, but I work at a university and I coordinate the societies. And I bumped into my least favourite society a few months ago and I said to him, are you the Anarchist Society? He said, yes. I said, have you filled in all the appropriate forms in the Student Union to affiliate? He said, yes. So very anarchist of you. He said, no, Liam, you've got it wrong. If we affiliate to the Student Union and sign all the appropriate documentation, we're allowed to book rooms to host our meetings in. I said, would the Anarchist Society not just use a room whether we liked it or not? And he looked at me dead in the eye and he just went, don't want to cause any trouble. Anarchy isn't just about causing trouble for trouble's sake, so I'm pretty sure it is. But life's not as bad as I'm making out because I've recently met somebody. No, that's not good enough, I'll try again. I've recently met somebody. She's in. And she's a lovely girl, she's absolutely gorgeous and she's funny and she's interesting and we have a great time together and I've done what all good men do when you start to fall in love. And I've investigated her sexual past, just to be sure. It's positive. HIV? That's not true. She's not got HIV yet. But I did do the investigation and I found out that she'd only had one previous sexual partner and I thought, excellent, low mileage. And I found out she'd lost her virginity at 16 and I thought, I can deal with that, You know, it's a bit young, but I can deal with it. And then I found out that she lost it to a guy who was younger than her. He was only 14, and I thought, fantastic. If I can't do a better job than a 14-year-old, I'm doing something distinctly wrong. So I continued the investigation feeling really confident, and I found out that he was also a gymnast. Now, where I'm from, you don't get male gymnasts, because they don't make it through school. And I've got this wonderful mental image in my head of sort of a 14-year-old doing 20 seconds worth of action, pulling out, and then just doing a perfect dismount. So I was feeling really confident, so I continued the investigation, and I shouldn't have. Because my girlfriend is no longer 16, she's now 20, which makes him 18. Still a gymnast. Team GB, London 2012 squad. This guy is jacked. He looks like he bench presses baby elephants. I look like I bench press pies into my face. It makes you feel a little bit self-conscious. It makes you feel really self-conscious. And we were in bed the other day. She pulled out a box of JNS condoms. Has anyone seen these? Yeah, so basically it's a condom box with, not only have they got a picture of a guy on them, who's much better looking than I am, statistically speaking, he's probably got a bigger cock than me as well. Fuck JLS. Shouldn't joke about condoms. Some of you may be aware that the Pope recently came out as a safe sex advocate. Yeah, he said that in exceptional circumstances you could wear a condom. I want to know what's an exceptional circumstance, because for some people, getting laid at all is an exceptional circumstance. So I did my investigation. I thought, so if you're Catholic and you're not supposed to wear a condom, what are you supposed to do? And then I realised maybe I found a religion for me. Maybe Catholicism is for me, where I could just pull out, jizz on her tits, and then just be like, sorry love, God says. Condoms. I'm going to leave it with a story about condoms and my grandparents. Basically what happened is we were tidying my room up when I was leaving university, and my entire family was there to help. It was a bit of a mess, so we got my mum, my dad, my brother, my grandma and my granddad, and everyone was doing a little bit, and we gave Grandad the hoover, because Grandad's 80, and we didn't want him to have to do anything too physical, so we gave him a hoover and he was pottering along, and all was going fine, and then he moved the bed, and there was an empty condom wrapper on the floor. I'd seen it, Grandad had seen it, but nobody else had seen it. Quick as a flash, Grandad goes, and stands on it, and then continues to hoover on a pivot. I don't know what to do. I race across the room. Grandad takes his foot off of it. I go down. Not like that. I shoot down, pick up the condom packet, back pocket. I've seen it. Grandad had seen it. Nobody else had seen it. I walked across the room thinking I'd got away with it. I turned round and Grandad just went. Getting your sex life approved by your 80-year-old granddad is never ever cool. I'm not going to take the piss out of my grandparents too much because I absolutely love my grandparents because they say things that they shouldn't say. So, the other day I was at home and Grandad said to me, Liam, guess who I seen the other day down the street? Selling towels. I said, I don't know, Grandad, who did you see? He said, Bin Laden! It's not America. we've made a terrible mistake. But before I could say anything, Grandma chipped in with this, and I apologise if anyone's offended, but she went, "Oh, all these bloody Muslims, waking me up wailing and praying, all hours of the night and day." I said, "Grandma, we haven't got a mosque in Mansfield." She said, "Oh no, it was while I was in Morocco." Thank you very much, I'm Liam, have a fantastic day.